Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you guys now how to look up your candidate's clinical information in KFETS. So the first thing you're going to do is log in to EPSB. Once you're logged in, on the left-hand side under EPSB Online Services, go ahead and click on KFETS. If you don't have access to this, please send me an email with your EPSB ID number so that I can let Brandon Herod know at EPSB to give you the Tier 1 access so that you can look up candidates' clinical hours. So you're going to click on Detailed Summary. That is actually the only screen that you will use within KFETS. And sometimes it does take a minute or two to load. KFETS is just notoriously slow, and depending on the time of day and how many people are on, it can take a while to load. So when your screen first comes up, it's actually going to populate all of our candidates enrolled in our program and the ones currently enrolled for the 2020-2021 school year. So what you can do is, if you'd like to have that report, and you could sort it by your candidates, you can click on this Export to Excel icon, and that will export into an Excel spreadsheet for you. So when it comes up, it's going to look like this. And, it makes it easy if you want to just sort by last name. And as you can see, it's going to show the candidates if they have any hours for this past fall or this current spring, and also as well as the summer. So, and if you scroll all the way over, oops, a little bit too far, it's going to give you your totals as well. So that's one way you can look at your candidates for the current academic year if you're needing to look at their hours. Another way is if you're wanting to look at a particular course, you can come up here to the top of the page. You would select 2020, 2021. I'm going to look at CED 400. And I'm going to look at the fall semester simply because we just, the candidates don't really have a lot of hours entered in for this term yet. You just hit go. And again, this might take a moment. Okay, so as you can see, if you scroll down, these were all the candidates that were enrolled in CED 400 last semester. And all the way to the right is their totals for their clinical hours for that course. So if you want to search a particular student and you want to know their clinical hours since they've been at EKU, then what you will do is you will go back up first and deselect the 2020, 2021 and make it to where it says all years. You'll default to where there is no course selected, and you'll default to all semesters. Then you will come down here under student name, which you can't see very well because it's in white, and enter the last name of your student, which I'm going to use the last name Everly. And then beside their name, you're going to choose contains. And then if you simply just click off of that, it's going to pop up anyone in this current academic year that contains the last name Everly. So as you can see, there's a couple. So I want to be specific, and I want to look at this candidate, and I want to know everything hours-wise that they've had while they've been at EKU. So now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to choose Go. And it's now going to bring up everything that this candidate has done while at Eastern. So it's going to bring up for all of their semesters. So as you can see, she began in the fall of 18. And as you can see, she did 450 this past fall. She's currently student teaching. So this is a good way if you need to see that they have all 200 hours that's required prior to student teaching. So again, you have a multitude of ways to look up individuals. You can use that Excel spreadsheet. If you want to look up candidates by a particular course, or you want to look up a particular candidate by their last name. So remember, again, if you go in to look at these hours the first time and you don't have access, just shoot me an email with your EPSB ID number so I can get that for you. And then lastly, I just want to reiterate from what Dr. Porter said yesterday in our meetings that we do not anticipate asking for waivers of any of our clinical hours this semester. So please make sure that you're staying on top of looking at your candidates' clinical hours and making sure that they are going to be getting the required number for their particular course. Because as you know, they should not be moving on to their next course if they do not have those hours. And then obviously, if they do not have all 200, they are not supposed to be moving on to student teaching. So if you have any other questions, as always, just reach out to me by email or by phone, and I will assist you in any way that I can. Thanks.